Good evening and welcome to a playoff edition of the Road to Championships here on today's Country 105.7. Sean Larken with you, Michael back in studio, and we are here in Rosepine, home of the Eagles. They are getting ready to get their playoff run started here in the Division III Select Regional Round. The 4-seeded Rosepine Eagles taking on the 13-seeded St. Thomas Aquinas. I joked with the STA athletic director earlier. I might as well just keep you on speed dial. This is the third postseason matchup between the two schools in three different sports. Softball last year. Earlier in the year, the Lady Eagles hosted St. Thomas Aquinas on their way to a state championship, and now here in baseball. So we are getting ready to get set for some playoff action. But before that, we're going to go ahead and get the national anthem sung, and we'll come back with the starting lineups and first pitch here of the Division III Select Regional Playoffs, Rosepine and STA on today's Country 105.7.
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Kraft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Rosepine here, moments away from first pitch of the Division III Select Regional Round of the baseball playoffs between Rosepine and St. Thomas Aquinas. Got us a bird fight, Eagles and the Falcons here today, and it's going to be game one of a best of three again. Game one here tonight, and then right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then game three, if necessary, will be 2 o'clock or 30 minutes following game two. And again, these two teams, or these two athletic programs, I should say, are familiar with each other. Again, the Lady Eagles softball team defeated STA last year in the first round of the playoffs. And then the Lady Eagles on their way to a state championship this year under Coach Kiley, who I was just speaking to for about 10, 15 minutes before we got this thing going. Played earlier this year. Now here in baseball, the winner moves on to the quarterfinals. The Eagles trying to get back to the quarters for the first time since 2023. Again, a regional round exit last year. Again, got the bye, but on the road. Remember, played a Episcopal, and in that series was actually moved to, I believe it was Ascension. It was not an Episcopal, but again, the weather moved that one. So they fell last year in the regional round. But this team experienced it. Is basically most of the same group. Again, that was a sophomore-heavy group that are now juniors, so a lot of playoff experience this year. And again, they had a fantastic year. They are playing the 13th-seeded St. Thomas Aquinas Falcons, who defeated Darbone Woods Charter in the first round. And there'll be Barrett Cootie on the mound for the Eagles. Big righty will face Colton Boudreaux, Jeremiah Bess, and Gavin Brown to start it off. And this is a team that the Falcons, 23 hits in those two games up in against Farmerville last week. Cootie winds and fires a foul ball off the netting at 5:56 to Colt Boudreaux for strike one. Give you the defense for the Eagles after the 0-1. Big sweeping breaking ball freezes Boudreaux, and quickly 0-2 for the Falcon leadoff hitter, and Barracuda ready to rock again. He's eyeing his battery mate Grayson Gardner through the mitt, winds and fires, and good stop there, even though nobody on base. Gardner stops that one from getting to the backstop. Ball one. Defensively for the Eagles, again, Cootie and Gardner, the battery mates. Devin Janice over at third. Here comes the 1-2, and it's high cheese, swung on and missed, and a strikeout to lead off the first. One out, and now Jeremiah Best steps in, dabs up Grayson and the umpire. Jason Zudek at short, Dane Hayes at second, Evan Pierce over at first. I'll give you the outfield after the first pitch to Best. And upstairs for ball one. Left to right field, Colt Hayes, Brenham Cheney, and Reese Cunningham. Eagles in the purple tops, white pants, Rosepine in white. Check swing, but I don't believe he went around. They'll check over at first. That guy's halfway down the line over there. He said no. 2 balls, no strikes to Best, the right fielder. Numerals in white for the Eagles. This time, this one's going to be driven out deep to right. Cunningham on his horse, and that one is off the wall, and rounding first into second is Best. He'll put on the brakes there, and it's a one-out double, and Best put a good swing on that one. He is fired up, and the Falcons have a man in scoring position here with 1 out in the top of the first. Hard contact there off of Barrett Cootie. Again, elevated the fastball, and Best turned it around. Went the other way with it, and he was thinking about 3. That one hit off the base of the wall, and he will shed the base running equipment. So man in scoring position here with 1 out in the top of the first. Gavin Brown, second baseman, will stand in. Brown last week, 3 for 8. Few RBIs, 3 runs in the series, a stolen base against the Darbon Woods Charter. And he bats here with 1 out and a man in scoring position against Bear Cootie. So Cootie from the stretch here. And that one fell back into the screen. In Rosepine in the purple tops, white pants, purple caps. STA in the all blacks. Good thing the sun's behind some clouds, or this could be brutal in a couple of weeks. Black tops, black pants, white lettering and numerals. Falcons across the chest. Well trimmed in that maroon socks. As we'll have a meeting between Gardner and Cootie. And those 2 wins against Darbon Woods Charter last week at home. Game 1, 11-1-5, and then they went extras in game 2, but won that one 8-6. Did the Falcons 16-12 on the regular season, 4th in District 9 2A. That's a district with Pope John Paul. French settlements in that district as well. And big swing and a miss there from Brown. He's down 0-2. Cootie struck out the leadoff hitter on 4 pitches. Then Jeremiah Best got ahead 2 balls, no strikes, and nearly left the yard. Wind blowing in a little bit here today, but he put a good swing on it to right. He's at second with 1 out. Takes a lead. And now back a little bit. Cootie to the plate. And a called strike 3 inside, painted. And 2 strikeouts here in the inning. One looking for Brown. And 2 gone here in the first. And Luke Pegler, the catcher, will stand in. Cootie looking to leave that runner in scoring position. Pegler, the catcher. Breaking ball just misses above the zone for ball 1. Pegler a hit last week, couple of runs, actually 4 runs scored, had an RBI and a couple of walks in the series last week. Now some gray clouds. That one fell back into the netting. And did that one get through? That's not good. Oh, we can't have that. 1 ball, 1 strike to the catcher, Pegler. Now that one runs in and gets him inside on the right knee. That hurt. Cootie off the mark with that one, but that one will leave a mark on Pegler. Man, that one got inside of the right knee. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs for Gavin Ledoux, the first baseman. Ledoux 3 hits last weekend. 3 runs scored and a run driven in. I think we'll have a pinch runner here, rightfully so, for the catcher as he just got hit right inside the knee. That's Rhett Fugarino who will run for the catcher. And I didn't have to ask for that name because I remember that one from basketball season. So Pegler has 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score. Jeremiah Bess a 1-out double, and then just moments ago, Pegler hit by pitch. So Ledoux, is in the box now. And first one in there for a called strike. Goody looks to runner at second and fires that one a little low. Count leaving up 1 ball and a strike. The Love Bugs are out, folks. Not good. Big breaking ball in there for a called strike. And a couple of hitters now have seen the breaking ball. And I say seen it, they haven't seen it very well come out of the hand. Goody a strike away from stranding a couple of runners to get the Eagles in the dugout here in the first. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be a grounder to the right side. Dane Hazel field on a couple of hops. Flip over to first for out number 3. Falcons strand a couple. Eagles coming up here at the bottom of the first.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk, today's country, 105.7.
Barrett Cootie strands a couple of Falcons in the top of the first inning, and now the Eagles come to the plate here, and they will face Keegan Lyons. Lyons pitched game 1 in the bi-district round for the Falcons. 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 unearned run, had 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, through 52 strikes out of 89 pitches. Again, those 2 games, 2 wins, one of them in 5, one of them in extras in 8. 19 runs on 23 hits for the Falcons offensively, and then defensively, they allowed 7 runs. Again, 1 in that first game. That was the unearned run, and then 6 in that 8-inning game. But it was Lions the whole way in game 1, and he will face Barrett Cootie, Caden Zudak, Evan Pierce, 1, 2, 3 in the order for the Eagles. Brenham Cheney, the cleanup hitter. Colt Hayes batting 5th. Dane Hayes batting 6th. Reese Cunningham 7th. Devin Janice 8th. And Grayson Gardner rounding out the 9. And Jason Zudak, the shortstop, not hitting today. Aiden Zudak, again, still recovering from that shoulder injury. He will be 100% full go next season. And that's kind of a scary thought, considering this team this year, 25-6. They haven't lost since March 23rd. That was at Sulphur, and won 9 straight to end the regular season. And then they had a scrimmage as the first one in there to Barrett Cootie from Lions is a strike. Had a scrimmage against Westlake, tore the cover off the ball in 2, and then beat Erath, had 14 in that one. And back-to-back strikes to Barrett Cootie from Keegan Lyons. Lyons on the mound, Pegler behind the dish. Caves over at third base. Cootie checks his swing, did not go around. Landon Caves at third, Gavin Ledoux at first. Up the middle, Graham Garris at shortstop. Jeremiah Bess Out in right field, Gavin Brown at second base. Center field, Colton Boudreaux, Luke Lambert in left. Swing and a miss on pitch in the dirt. Cootie chased. And it's a strikeout here in the bottom of the first. So both pitchers striking out the leadoff hitter in the first inning. Nasty stuff from the lefty Lions. Now Caden Zudak will stand in. And Zudak, the DH, got hurt in that first scrimmage of the year, and Lions filling up the zone here early. Another strike. And Zudek's going to foul that one out. A play over on the softball field, so quickly down 0-2. As Lions working quickly here. He's ready to rock. Again, back into the box goes Zudek, and Lions winds and fires. And this is going to be a soft grounder. He'll field it himself. Lions throws over for out number 2. Again, we don't see this often. And again, we've been able to see it a lot lately in the select side of things, but you don't see a lot of the select schools travel well. And I mean, that's not saying that they don't love their teams. It's because most of them are in big cities and they're all spread out. There's not kind of that feel of community as Evan Pierce takes ball 1. But there's just so many, like in Baton Rouge, there's so many private schools. And so everybody's kind of spread out. But I'll tell you what, STA has made the trip. Good trek, but shout out to the STA fans. Again, they brought a good contingent here. Something you don't always see in the select side. Good breaking ball there. That one had some bite to it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pierce the lefty. And this one's going to be a chopper, and that one will be fair. I think it hit right in front of the bag, and the first baseman Ledoux will take it himself. We're out number 3. No score after 1 here in Rosepine between the Eagles and the Falcons in the Division III Select or Regional Baseball Playoffs.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Ready to hit the road with peace of mind? At McKee Agency, we make auto insurance easy and affordable. Whether it's a daily commute or a cross-country adventure, our comprehensive coverage has you covered. Get personalized plans and excellent customer service tailored to your needs at McKee Agency. Why wait? Call McKee Agency today at 337-238-2832 for a fast, free quote. McKee Agency, keeping you on the road with confidence.
Esquil Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. Esquil Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's Esquil Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
No score after 1 here in Rosepine between the Eagles and the St. Thomas Aquinas Falcons. Leading off the second, Cam Ganji, the big 6'6" Oklahoma Sooner commit, as he takes one that just misses. And I thought we might see Ganji pitch game 1. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning. Came in to close out that game 2, and this time he's going to drive it into right field, and that has been the story because I can tell you right now, Darbone Woods Charter did not get him out very many times. As a matter of fact, he was 7 for 8 in that series last week against Darbone Woods Charter, and he is now 8 for 9 in the playoffs with a leadoff single here in the second inning. And again, both hits have been on the high elevated fastball the other way. So Falcons kind of taking what they get here from Barrett Cootie. Now Graham Garris, the shortstop, will hit with the leadoff man Ganji over there at first base, taking a lead. He'll bunt, And it's a good one. Cootie will field. He has one play. He'll throw it over to Evan Pierce at first for out number 1. Ganji in scoring position here at second. So a productive out from Garris. And now Luke Lambert stands in with one out, and Ham Ganji down in the scoring position at second. Barrett Cootie, a couple of strikeouts and another bunt shown, and that one pulled back just in time for ball 1. Again, a lot of action going on, not just in the baseball playoffs, but we've got softball quarterfinal action going. We already have an area team in to the state semifinals. And as that one misses low, 2 balls, no strikes. Congratulations to the Simpson Lady Broncos, the 13th-seeded Lady Broncos. They defeated the 4 and 5 seed, defeated E-Barb last night, but the 4 and the 5 in a matter of a couple of days. 3-0 as that one misses high. And they are in the state tournament down at Frash next week. That'll be Friday. They'll await the winner of the 1-8 matchup. Oh, that one nearly runs in and gets to the backstop. Ganji will go to third, a 4-pitch walk. That one buzzed the tower of Lambert. But on the wild pitch, Ganji at third now with 1 out. The Falcons have him at the corners. And the man on the mound for the Falcons here can help himself out if he puts one in play. Egan Lyons stands in. Cootie from the stretch. And misses with that one. So 5 straight misses for Barrett Cootie. And Falcons again have him at the corners with 1 out here in the top of the second. A leadoff single, then a sac bunt, and a 4-pitch walk. And now another miss out of the zone. 6 straight. Lions ahead 2-0. Cootie winds, and that one misses out of the zone again. So 7 straight misses from Barrett Cootie, and another one here would load the bases full of Falcons. And that one straight take on all the way by Lyons. Finds the strike zone. 3-1 now is the count to the opposing pitcher. Three balls and a strike. Keegan Lyons, Barrett Cootie. It's a sign, and he'll throw over to first, and back safely goes Lambert. Bunch shown for the moment. That'll bring in Janice from third. That one nearly gets to the backstop. And it's 4, and the bases are loaded. So back-to-back walks after a single and a sac bunt. Falcons have them loaded, and that will prompt a visit from Coach Jeff Smith. And again, Eagles in the soup here in the second inning. No score, but the St. Thomas Aquinas Falcons have the bases loaded with 1 out. And again, I'll try to get you updated on some of the softball scores and playoff baseball. We got all kinds of action here today. And again, yesterday, the Lady Broncos punched their ticket to Sulphur. Maryville right now down up at Logansport 6-0. That is a 4-5 matchup there. The meeting on the mound is over. Hicks leading Family Community 6-0 in the bottom of the third. Lady Pirates looking to get to Sulphur. They're in Class B. Maryville baseball up on Jonesboro Hodge 12-0. Anacoco up on Avoyles Charter 5-2. That's baseball playoffs Class B. Coach Austin Cox talked to him last night. Seemed pretty confident, had a good week of practice. Back to action here, and another miss to the leadoff hitter Boudreaux, who struck out to lead off the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. No score, but the Falcons threatening. Ganji over at third. Lambert at second, and another miss. Good stop by Gardner behind the plate. Also in softball tomorrow, the Lady Indians will host Zawali. That's a rematch of last year's quarterfinal. That game at noon tomorrow. And another one out of the zone. Who's just trying to find it here. Nowhere to put Boudreaux as it's a 3-0 count. And regardless, I'm sure he's got the take sign on. And he does, and it's right down the middle for strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Falcon at every base. He gets the sign. And that one's going to be a bunt, and that'll get the job done. And they'll throw it to first for the out. But Ganji slides in safely, and the ball is put in play. Boudreaux with the sac bunt RBI, and the Falcons draw first blood here in the second inning. Ganji slides in safely on the sac bunt. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And Boudreaux with the 3-1 count. Again, kind of a surprise. Now, Bess, who doubled back in the first, swings through a first offering from Cootie, takes strike one. In runners at second and third. That one will miss out of the zone, low and away. A leadoff single from Cam Ganji, and then sac bunt, 2 walks, and then a sac bunt. Give the Falcons the lead here in the top of the second. And that one runs in and gets a piece of Bess. He's reached twice, and another base runner here for the Falcons. Second hit batter of the ball game. Again, the Falcons haven't had to do much, but they have put it in play. 2 outs. And now Gavin Brown, who struck out looking his first time up. This one misses for ball 1. Kind of tell Barrett's starting to labor out there, trying to kind of fight it, find the zone. Here comes the 1-0. Big swing and a miss upstairs. Might have gotten Brown to chase just a bit out of the zone there. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Falcons 1 in already. Looking for more. And Gardner stops that one. 2 balls and a strike. And that one runs in and nearly gets a piece of Brown. 3-1. And that one's high for ball 4, and another run comes in on the bases loaded walk. You got to wonder how long the leash is going to be here. Luke Pegler will stand in with the bases still loaded and 2 outs. STA now added a second run here. Three walks and a hit batter in the inning. And swing and a miss from Pegler for strike 1. Pegler, the 8th batter of the inning. That one misses low for ball 1. And a good stop back there behind the plate from Gardner. It's another ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one feints the outside edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hootie a strike away from getting out of this without any further damage. The 2-2 to Pegler. Swing and a miss. Couldn't check his swing. And down on strikes goes Pegler, and the inning ends. However, the Falcons send 8 to the plate. 2 come across. 2-0 STA. We move to the bottom of the 2nd inning here in Rosepine. It's the Division III Select Playoffs on today's Country 105.7.
Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, located at 18364 Johnny B. Hall Memorial Parkway in Rosepine, is a proud sponsor of the Rosepine Eagles. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center is cheering you on and supporting you all the way through your quest for a state championship. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, a proud supporter of Eagles athletics. Go Eagles!
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Craft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Back here in Rosepine, after STA sent 8 to the plate in the top of the 2nd, they get 2 runs on just 1 hit. And a hit batsman, 3 walks, a couple of sack bunts, playing a little small ball, and the Falcons lead here on the road, 2-0. And back to work, those Keegan Lions. After a quick first, 3 up, 3 down, you'll see Brenham Cheney, Colt Hayes, and Dane Hayes. Now the wind is trying to send my papers out over onto the softball field. This is an Eagles team, again, that was tearing the cover off of it. Talked to Coach Smith about it before the game, and look, they haven't played a real game since April 13th, but in baseball, and there's not a sport more important of getting repetition and at bats and seeing pitches than baseball. And look, you can go to practice and have scrimmages, but you can't replicate the game. As after the first one misses, that one in there for a called strike to Cheney. And this guy was tearing the cover off of it. Him and Evan Pierce, I believe, were just doing damage back to back. I think in that ERAF game, I think they had about 7 or 8 hits combined. Cheney fouls that one back, so now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter. Again, he was well aware of the time off, said, I made the joke, look, you're swinging it like you were against ERAF, and then in the scrimmage against Westlake, take the lowest seed possible if it means you can get out there and get back at it as quick as possible. But again, that's not how it's set up, and you knew you needed at least 1 to win. Now you'll need at least 3 as the Eagles trailed 2-0, and on a big breaking ball, little kind of half-hearted swing by Cheney. I caught in between there. He strikes out. 2nd of the game for Lions on the mound. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 2nd. Colt Hayes stands in. Left on left matchup here. Lions to the plate. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Again, this is looking like a little bit more of the same from Lions as it was in the by-district round against Darbone Woods Charter. Snaps off another good one there, and a couple of hitters in. Rosepine really hadn't picked up on the breaking ball as he's gotten over 2 of them. Now Hayes down 0-2. Now it'll miss low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-0 STA. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. This one's going to be a ground to the short. Garris fields and throws over for the second out. So 2 gone quickly here in the second. Dane Hayes stands in. First pitch from Lions misses outside and high for ball 1. Got to get you some score updates from around the area. And that one will miss. 2 balls, no strikes. And that breaking ball is going to be squibbed over to the right on a nice play. Fielded by Ledoux, and he'll take it himself for out number 3. 6 up, 6 down for Keegan Lions and the Falcons. Defensively, they lead it after 2 over Rosepine, 2-0. It's the Division III Select Regional Playoffs on today's Country 105.7.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Gavin Ledoux leads off top of the third and is hit by a pitch, and down to first he goes. He's the 3rd hit batter of the game. After struggling through the 2nd inning, Eric Cootie's got the leadoff man on after the hit by pitch, and the guy who is now 8 for 9 in the postseason, Cam Ganji, is ready to stand in, all 6'6" of him. Singled to lead off the second and then came around to score the game's first run. And here he is with a runner on first and 1 out. And Cootie nearly runs one in on him there. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Folks still filing into the park here. Big crowd behind me. Two balls, no strikes to Ganji. And that one misses low, 3-0. Angie shows bunt, pulls back. That one is a strike. He was getting ready to toss the bat. That one right down the middle. Not sure what he was seeing there, but 3 balls and a strike now to the designated hitter, who we'll probably see on the mound. And this time he's going to take a hack and foul that one out of play. So from 3-0 to 3-2. In 7 for 8 last weekend and 1 for 1 here for the Oklahoma Sooner commit. So we've seen him in the SEC, a junior. And we'll see if he wins. He did. Late signal down there as he tried to hold a swing, couldn't, and Ganji down on strikes. So 1 out. Again, late reaction down there from the umpire, as I'm not sure he was expecting to get the appeal down there. It's the 4th strikeout of the game for Barrett Cootie. And now Graham Garris, who bunted Angie over back in the 2nd inning, stands in. So he was part of manufacturing that first run, and he takes inside for ball 1. And Garris will call time and step out. And Falcons left 2 men on in the first, had 1 hit. And again, sending 8 to the plate, 2 runs, just 1 hit allowed in the second, left the bases loaded. That one misses out of the zone as well. And Cootie finds the zone there. 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss to even up the count. So those 2 looked pretty good. Not just the location, but the body language here. Barrett threw those with confidence. See if he can get another one here. He does. Call strike 3 on the inside corner. And maybe, just maybe, that is the start of something to get Barrett Cootie back on the balance beam here. Back-to-back strikeouts after the hit by pitch. And again, those last couple looked really confident coming out of his hand. Now he'll face Luke Lambert here with 2 outs and runner over at first. Lambert walked and came around to score the game's 2nd run on the Boudreaux RBI sac bunt. And he'll half swing and serve that one into shallow right field over Dane Hayes' head. Kind of a half check swing there, but got the job done, and station to station go the Falcons. So the inning will continue for Keegan Lyons. Again, it didn't even really look like he wanted to swing, but bat found ball and a 2-out single just over Hayes' head and out in front of Cunningham. Lyons again walked. Lefty stands in and takes ball 1. Like we said, again, back-to-back strikeouts of Ganji and Garris. They're thinking maybe this would be the start of something good, but Lambert didn't waste any time. He saw a good pitch and took advantage. Now this one right back to Barrett Cootie. Look what I found, as all Lyons could do is just clap his hands and kind of look off into the distance again. Right back at Barrett Cootie for out number 3. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and STA leads Rosepine 2-0.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Here in Rosepine, where the Eagles trail the Falcons of STA 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Keegan Lyons back out on the mound after he hit a comebacker right back to Barrett Cootie. Again, that one gets through. Arguably would have been able to score the Falcons' third run. All he could do was kind of clap his hands, just look off into the distance. But the Eagles will send Reese Cunningham, Devin Janice, and Grayson Gardner to the plate, 7, 8, 9. And hadn't been able to crack the riddle of Keegan Lyons yet. The lefty has kind of kept Rosepine off balance. Not even some really good contact. Again, everything that's been hit has been kind of soft squibbers. And he starts off Reese Cunningham with a strike. Again, it's kind of polar opposites as Lyons has filled the zone up. On the other hand, the Eagles have had trouble. That one not bad of a miss, but it is ball one. Again, even when he misses, he's around the zone. Logansport up on Maryville 9-0 now in the playoffs, up in the quarterfinals of the Division IV non-select softball quarterfinals. And that one, good breaking ball, but misses just above the zone. Evans baseball up on Pleasant Hill 7-3. Lady Pirates now up 9-0 on Family Community. They are getting ready to punch their ticket to Sulphur as now the netting again comes loose. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cunningham. Anacoca Indians baseball leading Avoyles Charter 7-2 now. But again, here in Rosepine, Eagles trail 2-0 in the bottom of the third. Keegan Lyons has pitched well, and that one misses outside. Full count. And just as I talked about him filling up the strike zone, we get a first. His first 3-ball count. And that one out of the zone as well. So the Eagles have the leadoff man on. Reese Cunningham works a walk. And hopefully they get some cooking here as Devin Janice will stroll to the plate. Yeah, you contrast 27 pitches, 17 strikes from Keegan Lyons and Barrett Cootie had to really grind. He's thrown 64 pitches, just 30 strikes. So kind of a contrast in the pitchers. But a leadoff walk, and now Janice bunts it back into the screen. And Eagles trying to get the wheels in motion here and get some runners into scoring position, trailing 2-0. Again, after 6 up, 6 down, Keegan Lyons, third inning starts with a leadoff walk. Now the infielders come in. Caves over at third, and Janice bunts that one back into the screen foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, trying to get this part of the order to turn it over to the top. That's Cunningham over there on the leadoff walk. You go back to the ERAF game, man, that top of the 7th inning, it was these guys down here at the bottom. Runner goes, and great jump. Ain't no chance for Reese Cunningham to be thrown out there as he was halfway down the line before Lyons released the baseball, and into scoring position he goes, and the pitch, ball 1. But again, Cunningham had a really good jump, and that may be something to monitor. As again, obviously wasn't looking to hold the runner, as Janice had shown bunt a couple of times. Let's see if he does it again. I know 2 strikes. You got to really execute here. And the 1-2 in the dirt. Good stop back there behind the plate by Pegler. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. But yeah, this bottom of the order, bottom 3, and it was a really good at bat by Janice. That was a 1-run game going into the 7th. The Eagles turned into a 5-run lead heading into the bottom of the inning, and they were 3 up, 3 down, back at home with a good win against Erath. But he put a good at-bat together. Grayson Gardner did, and then when they got back to the top of the order, it was circle the wagons because the carousel was moving. And from 0-2 to 3-2, Janice sees that one go above the zone, and count runs full. That's been the key. Obviously, we know about the top of the order, but those guys at the bottom have been feeding the top. And, again, they got the job done and got that game to a comfortable lead against Erath. Again, one of the top teams in the non-select bracket of Division III. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one's going to be popped up and out of play, so Janice will stay alive here. Good at bat, again, by the 8th-place hitter, Janice. The seniors. And it's a team with last year that ran a bunch of sophomores out there on the road in the second round. Got a taste. And last year, just a couple of guys with some experience. Notably, Gabe McKee was one of the seniors. But they pretty much ran it back with the same group, and it has paid dividends as that experience has them at a 4 seed, and that one in the dirt from 0-2 to a walk. Janice strolls down to first, and after Keegan Lyons breezed through the first 2 innings, 2 walks, and that will prompt a visit out of the dugout for Coach Nunez and the Falcons. So the Eagles with something cooking here in the third, 2 on, nobody out, and we will flip it to the 9th-place hitter, Grayson Gardner. Before we do, we'll take a 30-second timeout.
Ready to hit the road with peace of mind? At McKee Agency, we make auto insurance easy and affordable. Whether it's a daily commute or a cross-country adventure, our comprehensive coverage has you covered. Get personalized plans and excellent customer service tailored to your needs at McKee Agency. Why wait? Call McKee Agency today at 337-238-2832 for a fast, free quote. McKee Agency, keeping you on the road with confidence.
So the Eagles got something cooking here in the bottom of the third inning. They trail STA 2-0, but 2 on, nobody out. And Grayson Gardner in the 9th spot stands in after the meeting on the mound. Falcons disperse, and they are in at the corners. Caves over at third, Ledoux at first. Janice at first, Cunningham at second, and Gardner with a chance to get the Eagles right back in it here with one swing. And he'll show bunt already. And the breaking ball is popped back into the bricks. And Lyons, from right here behind the plate, he's had a pretty good breaking ball. There's a lot of bite to it. It's not one of those big looping, majestic breaking balls. That thing's got some bite to it. And most notably on the bat to Evan Pierce. You can really see it, Evan, from the left side. You're able to see it come out of his hand and just kind of snap out at the last minute. Gardner bunts the first one foul. Now he awaits the 0-1. Hasn't shown bunt yet. Lyons taking forever to come to the plate. Now he does show bunt, and that one's going to be popped up, and that one caught as both pitcher and first baseman Ledoux collide. Again, another breaking ball. Gardner unable to get on top of that one, but it's a pop-up on the infield, and Ledoux and Lyons collide, but ends up into the hands of Ledoux for out number 1. So the popped-up bunt is at number 1. Cunningham at second. Janice at first. And back to the top of the order with Barrett Cootie, who struck his first time up on 3 pitches. And again, baseball and super mental, about 99%. Maybe, I think Yogi Berra said it was like 110% mental, or his math didn't add up to 100. But Barrett's hadn't been able to really find it on the mound. You know, he'd love to get it going here, and he takes ball 1. And that's the thing. If you make an error in the field, you can't take it with you to the plate. If you're the starting pitcher, you got to kind of block out what you're doing on the mound and really lock in here at the dish, especially with a couple of guys on. And you know Barrett, double-digit homers this year. He's looking to put a good swing on one. He's ahead 1-0 here. Lions running into a little bit of trouble after a couple of quick innings. And Barrett Cootie drives this one deep into left center field. It's still going, and that one is over the wall. And the Eagles have the lead on the Barrett Cootie 3-run home run. And it is a brand new ball game. Again, Merritt kind of slogging through it on the mound, and one swing of the bat, he flipped the game on its head. The Eagles have the lead on the Barrett Cootie 3-run home run as he took Lions deep over near E. Hall out there. Again, that one just kind of got out of here in a hurry. And now Zudak takes a good hack and nearly drills Smitty over there in the third base box. So the 3-run homer scores Cunningham and Janice. And Barrett Cootie, again, he has given the Eagles the lead after the 3-run home run. And the fans over down the third baseline can apparently see home plate. They complaining about the call there. That was outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a good breaking ball buckles Zudak. And he did not go. The appeal down to first. So 2 balls and a strike. Again, Barrett Cootie leaves the yard and gives the Eagles the lead on a 3-run homer. Now Zudak just missed one as that one's going to be popped up to shoot in left. Lambert coming on. But it'll be the shortstop, Garris, to make the play for the second out. That'll bring Evan Pierce to the plate. Evan had some soft contact that just hit right in front of the bag over at first. Back in the first inning, Ledoux has a couple of unassisted plays over there so far. Now the wind's starting to pick up, blowing in, and Evan will stroll down to first and emphatically toss the bat to his dugout as that one runs in and gets him. So the hit by pitch will keep the inning going as Pierce reaches painfully. And now Brenham Cheney will stand in. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the wind going straight in, and that is, according to the center field flagpole, blowing right in. Cheney stands in. Lions comes to the plate, and Evan Pierce on the move, and he'll slide in, and he'll be in safely as that one skirts out into center field. So the Eagles putting the wheels in motion on the base pass. Nope. So Pierce down to second, showing off the wheels. That's 2 steals now here in the inning. Cheney does take strike 1. But again, they've got a pretty good jump. They've been able to kind of see Lyons is a little bit deliberate to the plate. So they've been able to get a good read on him as this one is going to be lifted out into shallow center, and it'll be the shortstop, Garris, for the putout to end the inning. However, it's a whole new ball game thanks to Barrett Cootie. 3-run home run gives the Eagles a 3-2 lead. We move to the 4th inning here in Rosepine. It's the Division III Select Baseball Playoffs on today's Country 105.7.
S. Keel Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. S. Keel Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's S. Keel Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, located at 18364 Johnny B. Hall Memorial Parkway in Rosepine, is a proud sponsor of the Rosepine Eagles. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center is cheering you on and supporting you all the way through your quest for a state championship. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, a proud supporter of Eagles athletics. Go Eagles!
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Craft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Well, Barrett Cootie's 3-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning gives the Eagles the lead. Now here he is back out on the mound And he's quickly ahead 0-2 after Colton Boudreaux takes strike one and then fouls off another, and that one goes back into the netting as well. So, again, new ball game. Barrett Cootie has been able to trying to find it on the mound so far through 3 innings. But again, we said it, baseball's all mental. He did not take it to the plate and hit one out of here. And Eagles have the lead now. He's looking for a shutdown inning, as that one will miss out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the Falcon center fielder and leadoff man Colton Boudreaux, who is 0 for 1, but does have that sac bunt RBI back in the second. That one scored the game's first run, Cam Gamgee. And now here he is hacking at another one and fouling it off over onto the softball field. So good battle here. And that's a good sign, as again, you want to see Barrett filling up that zone. And it's been a struggle. You can tell he's kind of fighting his mechanics a little bit. Just hadn't been able to trust him, and that one nearly comes in and gets Boudreaux. But there were a couple of sequences there in that third, those back-to-back strikeouts, where he was really confident. And now a breaking ball freezes Boudreaux. He was bailing out on that one, and he'll take a seat. And it's a strikeout here to lead off the 4th inning. That is the 6th strikeout for Barrett Cootie. Out number 1 here in the 4th. And this man, Jeremiah Best, stands in. He's reached both times. He had a double back in the 1st, and then he was hit by a pitch in that 2nd inning that was pretty laborious. And now here he is, a chopper to 3rd. Janice pats it, throws over, and a quick out number 2. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Best retired for the first time today on the 5-3 putout. Again, that was a high chopper to Janice. He had a couple seconds to pat the glove, and he won over. And now Evan Brown stands in with bases empty and 2 gone here in the 4th. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. That bases loaded walk gave him an RBI back in the 2nd. That one scored Lambert. So again, just 3 hits in the ballgame, but the Falcons have had base runners galore. They left 2 on in the 2nd, 2 on in the 3rd, and then left them loaded in the 2nd. And now it is quickly 0-2 on Gavin Brown. And I can tell you, if Cootie strikes him out here, he may come unglued. And, he was trying to snap a breaking ball in. I think Brown was trying to he was trying to maybe act like that one hit him. But it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cootie working quickly, and he blows the doors off of Gavin Brown. And Cootie bookend strikeouts here in the 4th. He's fired up. And the Eagles get a shutdown inning indeed. We move to the bottom of the 4th here in Rosepine. The Eagles lead STA 3-2.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
So the top of the 4th inning went by in a flash. A shutdown inning by Barrett Cootie and the Eagles after taking a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They get 3 up, 3 down, and now back at the dish to try to add on to this lead. It'll be Colt Hayes, Dane Hayes, and Reese Cunningham in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, the Eagles, all 3 runs coming on the Barrett Cootie 3-run home run. An inning ago, it was a couple of walks, a hit by pitch as well. So after 6 up, 6 down from Keegan Lyons, he's back to work here. And he misses for ball 1. Colt Hayes, who grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning. That was his first at bat. Again, 1 swing gave the Eagles the lead, and now Lyons has missed a couple Not close. 2 balls, no strikes here to Colt Hayes. It's left on left. Hayes, one of 2 lefties in the lineup for Coach Jeff Smith. Evan Pierce, the other. And that one misses inside and high. 3 straight out of the zone from Lyons. And, again, as easy as he made it look through 2, ran into some trouble in the 3rd, and here he is way behind 3-0 to Colt Hayes to lead off the 4th. And he breezes one in the zone there. The take sign was on. Strike 1. He's ready to work. Looks in from the glove, winds, and delivers. And that one's going to be popped into shallow left field. Lambert, a couple of steps over. Now the wind going to play tricks with that one, and he drops it. And Hayes is going to round first and head into second. And in safely is Colt Hayes. Again, the wind blowing straight in, and that ball gave Lambert some trouble out there. Again, pushing it away from him. He was over and looked like he was going to make the play with no problems, but it kept pushing back towards the foul line and unable to make the play. So on the E7, Colt Hayes in scoring position, and the Eagles in business here in the 4th. Dane Hayes will stand in. Again, those with a 3-2 lead, looking to add on here. They've got a man in scoring position. Colt Hayes, after the E7, is down at second. And Dane Hayes will call time and step out. Final of a quarterfinal softball game, and I'll give you that after Dane Hayes executes a perfect sack bunt and moves Colt Hayes 90 feet away from giving the Eagles another run. It is an out, but Dane Hayes moving Colt Hayes in 90 feet closer on the sack bunt. Again, only one play there. It was to first. So now Colt Hayes down at third, and Reese Cunningham, who got the party started last inning, stands in with a chance to drive in a run here, and he takes a good breaking ball for strike 1. Cunningham led off the third with a walk, stole a bag, and then came around to score on the Barrett Cootie 3-run homer. Oh and 1, Lyons looks in and delivers another good breaking ball, but this is a perfectly executed bunt, and unfortunately too much English on it. It's going to go foul. So back to the plate goes Cunningham. If that one didn't have so much spin on it from the breaking stuff from Lyons, that one is a base hit bunt single, and the Eagles lead it 4-2. Instead, everybody has to go back to their stations, and it's strike 2. Yeah, that one had some wicked English on it, and that's a heads-up play by Ledoux over at first to not touch it, because that thing at the last minute skipped off into foul territory. Really good play that has, for the moment, saved a run. 0-2, and now down on strikes goes Cunningham as Lyons blows the high cheese by him. Strikeout number 3 for Lyons. Out number 2 in the inning. And now to Evan Janice, who tried to put a bunt down first couple of attempts. His first time up, got down 0-2 and then worked a walk. He'll stand in. He came around to score as well. And he takes outside for ball 1. Again, E7. That Colt Hayes to second. Sack bunt got him over to third. Reese Cunningham just struck out, so 2 outs. Colt Hayes 90 feet away. Eagles looking to add some insurance here. Dane Hayes again with the sack bunt. And Janice puts a drive into this one into left field. Still going, and that one is gone. Devin Janice, a 2-run homer. And he turned on that one, and it got out of here in a hurry, and Janice is fired up. And the Eagles add 2 more. They lead it 5-2. Again, he turned around that one and barreled it up. It was just a matter of whether or not it was fair, as the wind again has kind of died down. But the vibes in the dugout have not, and the Eagles now lead it 5-2 as Devin Janice goes yard. The second homer of the game for the Eagles. This one coming from the senior Devin Janice. And now after, again, looking basically untouchable through 6 hitters, Lions has started to crack here as Gardner takes ball 1. And now ball 2 is that one out of the zone. So, again, Eagles kind of surviving the wave. And, again, Janice turns one around and gets it out of here. He was way out in front and barreled it up. Again, he liked what he saw, and now 3 out of the zone. Gardner in business here out of the 9-hole. And the issue that Lions faces now is if Gardner is able to reach here. Eric Cootie over there in the on-deck circle, he's already hit one out, and the wind has died down again. It wasn't blowing when Janice turned one around, and now Gardner takes strike 1 as the take sign was on. Again, he was using the long ball here at home. They lead it 5-2 in the 4th. Trailed 2-0. They've scored 5 unanswered on a couple of homers. And now Grayson Gardner drives this one into left. Back on his horse goes Lambert, but that one going to settle just shy of the warning track for out number 3. Gardner put a good swing on it. However, the Eagles do add a couple. Devin Janice leaves the yard. 2-run shot. Eagles lead it 5-2.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk, today's country 105.7.
And just as the baseball gods do, they start to move that flag out center field right into the face of us here at home plate. As we begin the top of the 5th, it'll be Luke Pegler, and first pitch he sees was a ball, and now the second one's going to be served into shallow left field in between Janice and Zudek for a leadoff single. So after Barrett Cootie kind of had to wander through the wilderness there in the first 3 innings, the Eagles had the lead after 3 on his home run. He went back out, and the 4th inning, 3 up, 3 down. But he gives up some soft contact on the leadoff single, and now Gavin Ledoux stands in. He has grounded out and was hit by a pitch, and here he takes ball 1. Eagles lead it 5-2. They have 2 hits, both of them souvenirs, as Barrett Cootie's 3-run homer, and just an inning ago, Devin Janice hit a 2-run shot. They add the insurance indeed. Now the wind blowing in and an early swing. They'll ground to third. Janice to second for 1. The turn to throw over in time. And the twin killing 5-4-3 double play erases the base runners, and 2 gone. Base is empty. And Cam Ganji will hit with the bases empty and 2 gone, and he takes strike 1. So again, the 4th, Cootie faced the minimum for the first time in the game and gives up the leadoff single and then a double play, and now he is 1 strike away from facing the minimum again as Ganji watches strike 2 and quickly to the plate. This one's going to be popped out of play again. Cootie is working with the rhythm now as that one's fouled back, but he was ready to roll before I can even pin the strike down in my scorebook. But he'll have to wait just a second here. We'll get a new baseball. And he is ready to go again. The 0-2, that one runs in and nearly gets a piece of the 6'6" Cameron Ganji. And a junior. Both these guys juniors. They'll be going to play at the next level. Ganji already committed to OU. This one's going to be a squibber to the right side. Dane Hayes fields, flips, and fires to first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Barrett Cootie and the Eagles defensively again. Gave up the leadoff single, a double play, and a ground out. And he faces the minimum in the fifth. We move to the bottom half of the fifth inning in Rosepine. Eagles 5, St. Thomas Aquinas 2.
Ready to hit the road with peace of mind? At McKee Agency, we make auto insurance easy and affordable. Whether it's a daily commute or a cross-country adventure, our comprehensive coverage has you covered. Get personalized plans and excellent customer service tailored to your needs at McKee Agency. Why wait? Call McKee Agency today at 337-238-2832 for a fast, free quote. McKee Agency, keeping you on the road with confidence.
S. Keel Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. S. Keel Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's S. Keel Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
Back here in Rosepine, the Division III Select Regional Playoffs. Game 1 of a best-of-3 series between the Rosepine Eagles and the St. Thomas Aquinas Falcons. The Eagles lead it 5-2 as we move to the bottom of the fifth. And again, Eagles just 2 hits in the ball game, but both have left the yard and both came with runners on. And the first homer of which came from this man that's getting ready to lead off the inning. Barrett Cootie struck out in the first, and he didn't waste any time in the second. Again, had 2 on, and he left the yard. 3-run shot, and he stands in here to lead us off in the bottom of the fifth. And he takes low. Again, I think what I've been impressed with this group, and it goes back to last year, and I'll tell you the story after the 1-0. As this time Barrett a little bit kind of confused there, but he is going to beat out the single to the right side. Again, you could tell he was kind of off on his swing time, and he nailed this one to the right side. But again, good athlete. He was hooking it down the line, and the race to the bag not in time. So it'll be a line drive in the scorebook, but it's a leadoff infield single, and the Eagles in business again. They've had the leadoff man aboard in the last 3 innings, and in the previous 2 have produced runs, and now I think we'll have an appeal over here as, again, bang play over at first, but Cootie was on his horse getting down the line. Again, that ball not hit very hard. It was kind of a squibber. You could tell he was kind of an awkward swing, just didn't really square it up, but he, again, credit the hustle as he gets down the line. And I'm going to write it in my book as an infield single for now because he's still standing over there. And again, I was impressed with the mental toughness of this group last year. If you remember, they went to Episcopal. It was basically, again, they had very few upperclassmen. Gabe McKee, the senior, but it was this same kind of group of sophomores that had to go on the road. And then again, it wasn't even played at Episcopal. It was played at a neutral site because of the weather. We had a monsoon come through Baton Rouge as a throw over to check on Barrett Cootie is late. But again, if you remember game 1, Eagles got down 10-0 in early in that one. I believe it might have been in the first inning. And now they've got Cootie picked off, but he's going down to second, and the throw. But instead, I think we're going to have a balk as the umpire's going to wave everything off. Yeah, they're going to give him second on the balk. So Cootie into scoring position as Lyons is, you can tell Lyons is kind of frustrated, but he's, yeah, Lyons, and that is, I'll tell you what, man, I'm pretty impressed with that. He said it. He said, I balked. Yeah, his, the crowd kind of frustrated me. He said, I balked, chill out. So now Cootie down at second, and Zudek with a chance here to drive in another run. to the plate this time, and now Zudak gets the bunt down, and he better hurry. Lyons throws a little high and safe. And again, that one not thrown with a lot of, he kind of just lollipopped it over there, and obviously hadn't watched the tape because Zudak, arguably the fastest player on the field, is going to beat that out. But, yeah, that one not thrown with a lot of intent. It's just kind of a flip over. So an infield bunt single, and now Cootie at third. Eagles have him at the corners. They could blow this one open, and they got the guy at the plate to do it. Evan Pierce has been tearing the cover off of it in the last few weeks. He's 0 for 1. He has reached on a hit by pitch, but right here, no outs, runners at the corners. In a 5-2 game, he could blow it open for the Eagles, and he stands in against Lions. Left on left, Lions to the plate. That one low. The throw down to second is going to be cut off, and into second safely is Zudak. Cootie holds at third. Eagles have 2 in scoring position. And they weren't going to risk the double steal. Yeah, that one not thrown with a lot of urgency by Lions on that infield bunt single. He just kind of flipped it over thinking he was going to be able to get Zudak. But again, Zudak, arguably the fastest player on the field, was able to get down the line. And now he's in the soup here. And it's 1-0 to Evan Pierce. And he's got runners at second and third looking to blow this one wide open. And now a breaking ball is going to be set on and driven deep into right field. And that one gets over the head of Bess. And the carousel starts, 1 run in. Here comes Zudak around third. Evan Pierce will stand at second. It's a 2-run double, and the Eagles have blown it open here in the 5th inning as Evan Pierce sends one to the wall out in right center field. And the Eagles in business now, lead at 7-2. And if the wind wasn't blowing straight in, that one probably gets out. But a 2-run double from Evan Pierce. And now Brenham Cheney stands in with still nobody out here in the 5th. And Evan Pierce down at second. He takes a lead, and time was called. And he did grant time, unfortunately. You hate that for Lions because that could be dangerous as he sees it late. He does throw one in there. It wasn't awkward, so he was still kind of in his throw in motion. And he was looking down at the runner when Cheney called time. So it's kind of an unfortunate situation. And I'm sure Cheney didn't mean anything by it. Those things kind of get dangerous when a guy comes to the plate and has to kind of check up. Luckily, it looked like he got rid of that one pretty cleanly. Instead, time was called. And good on his catcher, Pegler, to kind of go out and just let him regather. But again, no balls, no strikes. Cheney back in. Evan Pierce down at second. Lyons looks at him. Long look at second. Now bunt. And this one's going to be bunted right back to Lyons. This time he'll field and throw over and get the out. Pierce down at third. So productive out for Brenham Cheney. And now Colt Hayes stands in. The first out of the inning. And Colt Hayes, who reached on an E7 to lead off the 4th, takes paint on the outside corner for strike 1. He reached on a fly ball that the wind was playing tricks on, and Lambert unable to catch it cleanly. That was to lead off the 4th, and then he came in to score on the Janice 2-run homer. He stands in, so he's officially 0 for 2, had a ground out as well. Wind still blowing in. This one fouled back into the netting. So back-to-back strikes. And the Eagles came into the 5th inning, just 2 hits, both homers. And since the 5th started, infield single, an infield bunt single, a double, and then a sac bunt. So, again, this is the 3rd time through the order. They kind of figured out what Keegan Lyons has out here. The lefty looked unhittable through 2 innings. Now staying alive here to poke this one foul. Hayes out of play. Again, back to the last year's playoffs. Again, that was a young team. All these guys, sophomores. Colt Hayes, freshman last year, I believe. just one. Gabe McKee was the senior out there, but got down 10 in that first game. I thought probably the same as everybody else. We are only going to be here a couple more innings, and we can take the night off. Instead, about 3 hours later, the Eagles had the tie and run at the plate and lost that one 12-10. Again, they would lose game 2 as well, but I saw everything I needed to see from a group that could have just packed it in, as that one misses low for ball 1. Again, that told me all I needed to see, and then, again, left the park last year as that group got some experience and thought, man, they were in for some special things. As that one is in the dirt, and the throw over is not in time. Run scores. Everybody's safe. And again, I think that might have been a check swing or something. I think that was kind of a half swing there from Hayes, but he's down at first. The throw was not in time. Evan Pierce scores, and out of the dugout comes Nunez. Coach Nunez, he's waiting his turn as the umpire's going to come over to him, I believe. But at the moment, it's 8-2 Rosepine. I didn't even hear the sound of the bat, but that was kind of a check swing. And, again, Hayes gets down the line well. He was safe. And STA is a little frustrated. But after the deliberation, it's 8-2 Rosepine. So it'll be interesting to see what Gomez scores that as, because I didn't even hear. I mean, it's a single, but couldn't even hear the ball come off the bat. Oh, and it was okay. Yeah, so that's why it was a check swing that Hayes went around on. So he's aboard with the drop third strike, and Pierce comes home. So that's a new one. Instead of getting the out, it's still one out. And now Dane Hayes stands in. He's got a sack bunt. Hayes is down at first on the drop third strike. And now Dane Hayes takes ball 1. Colt Hayes down at first. Evan Pierce came in to score, and it's 8-2 Rosepine. So, again, that was a weird sequence because I did see Hayes go around. And he tried to check his swing, but he went around in the drop third strike. That's why the ball kind of kicked out into the field of play. And now big swing as on the move was Colt Hayes, but Dane Hayes gets a piece of that, and back to first goes Colt. So, again, kind of a weird – you'll see some things in baseball. It's the sport that's the most wild. You'll see things happen that have never happened. You'll see things you can't explain. There was a game in the major leagues the other day where the Mariners and Athletics were playing, and Athletics hit a line drive right back into the pitcher's jersey. It went into his jersey and didn't come out, and the ruling is not an out. It's a dead ball. As this one lined to third, and the catch made over there by Caves. No play back at first. Heads up base running by Colt Hayes. He'll get back, but it is out number 2. And also on that strikeout, that's the 4th strikeout of the game for Lions. So Dane Hayes down on the line out to third. And now Reese Cunningham stands in. He is 0 for 1. A strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. And now this one gets away, and down to second goes Colt Hayes. Ball 1 to Cunningham. Yeah, Reese led off the third inning. That's where the Eagles started doing their damage. Led off the third inning with a walk, stole second, and then came around to score on the Barracuda 3-run homer. They have since added the more runs and now lead at 8-2 here in the bottom of the 5th, looking for more as Colt Hayes into scoring position after the stolen base. Again, game 2 back here tomorrow, 11 o'clock. And game 3, if necessary, right after. But Eagles are going to put this one away and hopefully end this thing in 2. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Two balls, no strikes. So we do have a final in one of the quarterfinal softball games. Maryville Lady Panther season comes to an end. They lose 15-0 at Logansport, but a good season for the Lady Panthers. And look, they got a young group. Great pitcher on the mound. They'll be back. Again, got the 5 seed this year, and their season ends in the quarters. That one high upstairs for ball 3 to Cunningham, and he is way ahead here. On deck, Devin Janice. 8-2 here. 14-7 Anacoca over Avoyles Charter in baseball, not football. That's a playoff game in Class B. Evans beats Pleasant Hill in baseball in the Class C bracket 15-3. And that one a called strike on 3-0 to Cunningham. Again, it's been Keegan Lyons the whole way here for STA, but again, they got an ace in the hole in every sense of the word. Cameron Ganji in the Oklahoma commit pitched just 2/3 of an inning in their last series, came in to close out game 2, but they have him in their back pocket. The problem is it could be in an elimination game for the Falcons if they're unable to come back here down 8-2 in the 5th. And this one's going to be driven into left by Cunningham. Got a good swing on it, but that one going to be held up by the wind, and Lambert makes the play for out number 3 to end the 5th inning. Evan Pierce, a 2-run double to blow it open, and then the Eagles add on another 3 in the 5th. They now lead it 8-2 over STA.
Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, located at 18364 Johnny B. Hall Memorial Parkway in Rosepine, is a proud sponsor of the Rosepine Eagles. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center is cheering you on and supporting you all the way through your quest for a state championship. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, a proud supporter of Eagles athletics. Go Eagles!
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Craft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
So after leading 2-0 over Rosepine, the Eagles have now scored 8 unanswered, and it's STA trailing as we move to the 6th. And Barrett Cootie working quickly against Graham Garris. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one gets in there for a called strike, but Barrett Cootie, ever since getting the lead, has filled up the zone, and now a swing and a miss. He's ahead 1-2. Again, STA scored the first 2 runs of the ball game, and Rosepine has answered with 8. Again, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 3 in the 5th. That one popped out of play. Yep, they were held scoreless through 2, and then 3-2-3. The Eagles lead at 8-2 here, looking for 6 more outs to take a 1-0 series lead here in a best of 3. Going to get back to the quarterfinals for the first time in 3 seasons. That one misses for ball 2. Here comes the 2-2 from Barrett Cootie. That one is going to be hit into right field. A couple steps over is Reese Cunningham, and he will make the putout for out number 1. Wind still blowing in, but has died down significantly here. So Garris retired on the pop-up. And now Luke Lambert stands in. He's reached twice. A single and a walk, has scored a run. Cootie winds and delivers. That one misses below the knees for ball 1. Again, it was an adventure for Barrett through 3 innings, but again, showed a lot of mental toughness. Is now 2 out of the zone. Again, I was kind of having a conversation within about how long is the leash, but man, ever since getting that lead, he has been locked in. Now 3 out of the zone here. As I say that, that's the announcer's jinx. I don't blame that on Barrett. Again, he has filled the zone up after struggling to find it. Again, not many hits, just 4 hits. And now a 1-out walk on 4 pitches as Lambert reaches for the 3rd time. 2nd time via the walk. Now, Keegan Lyons will stand in. Well, check Barrett's pitch count here. Well, there's a little break in the action. Again, we talked about it earlier. As you can see last year in the Episcopal Series, there was a lot of reasons for the Eagles to kind of pick up the tent and just come back for game 2 and not put up a fight in that first one, but they gave it everything they had. Now this one just misses. That was a pretty good pitch there. Again, Barrett was pretty much more or less wild in the first. That one was a good miss, an even better take by Lyons. Now this one's going to be spiked in the dirt. That one's going to get away from Gardner. He had no chance to block that one. Down to second goes Lambert on the wild pitch. So 6 out of the zone for Barrett. Again, that last one wasn't too bad of a miss, but maybe an overcorrection there on the 1-0. So man in scoring position for the Falcons. And Lyons going to add as that one fills up the zone. He walked in the second and then hit one right back. And now time is called as Barrett fires in a strike. And again, not in between his motion, so he got rid of it cleanly. And you worry because he battled a little bit of injury there at the beginning of the year, but that one, a good release. Lyons with the apology there. So 2-1. This one's going to be a grounder over to Pierce at first. He'll have one play, and he will race to the bag and beat Lyons there. Runner does move up 90 feet. Lambert down to third. And out number 2 after Lyons retired on the 3 unassisted. Get back here tomorrow for game 2, 11 o'clock. And if necessary, game 3 will be at 2 or 30 minutes immediately following the conclusion of game 2. And Barrett will now face the top of the order, Colton Boudreaux. Boudreaux is 0 for 2, does have a RBI on a sac bunt, and he takes strike 1. 6th inning here in Rosepine. Eagles looking to take a 1-0 series lead over St. Thomas. Oh, that breaking ball just snapped inside and avoided getting a piece of Boudreaux. Boudreaux steps out, calls time, and now he's back in ready. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Falcon center fielder. And now that one misses, 2-1. And these two teams will meet here tomorrow in game 2, and in that one, STA will be the home team. So if it does go to game 3, Rosepine back as the home team, but again, best of 3 format. The lower, or the visiting team will be the designated home team in the game 2. Now 3-1 to Boudreaux. Booty don't want to make this too interesting. And now it'll be a walk. So 2 walks in the inning. We'll put them at the corners. And Jeremiah Betts, who had the lead off, or the 1-out double in the second, was stranded. He'll stand in. He was also hit by a pitch and then grounded to third. So 1 for 2, but he's reached twice. He stands in with runners at the corners. 2 outs. Cootie looking to get out of a little jam here and keep this a 6-run lead for the Eagles. In control here of game 1. Breaking ball just misses. Runner holds at third. Ball 1. Again, the Eagles trailed 2-0. They scored 8 unanswered. Anacoca still leads Avoyles Charter in the baseball playoffs 14-7. And a good stop by Gardner back there is now that one misses in the dirt. So Cootie kind of running back into some control problems here. We'll take a minute to reset. Again, he was in a good rhythm. Trying to get a final from Hicks. I'm sure they were up comfortably, but I want to make sure they got the job done. Lady Pirates looking to get back to Sulphur. And now 3 straight out of the zone. In danger of loading the bases here with 2 outs. And we've got a delay, according to Game Changer, in the 5th. It looks like we may be back on. As that one in there for a call strike on the 3-1. I'm sorry, that was the 3-0. Trying to multitask. And it looks like this one in Hicks is over. And now that one's going to miss, and it is a walk. So back-to-back walks. 3 here in the inning have loaded the bases full of Falcons. And you got to be careful. One swing of the bat could make things interesting here. Barrett Cootie still out there. As now it'll be Gavin Brown, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, does have a RBI on a walk with the bases loaded. And I believe, I'm going to assume that's either his family member or his significant other coming over behind the plate. The video is at bat. And that one runs in and nearly gets a piece of him. So Barrett a little bit wild here in the 6th. 2 outs. 1 pitch away from getting out of a jam. Bases loaded. Falcons have left them loaded once. That was back in the 2nd. They could have added on to a 2-0 lead, but did not. Barrett actually was able to get out of that one with a strikeout. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, I believe the reason for the delay there in the Hicks game is because they are up 11-0 after 5, and that is the run rule. That one a call strike at the letters. 2 balls and a strike to Gavin Brown, the Falcons' second baseman. So congratulations to the Hicks Lady Pirates. They have punched their ticket to the state semifinals in Sulphur next week with a 11-0 win in 5 over Family Community. So we'll see the Simpson Lady Broncos and now the Hicks Lady Pirates down in Sulphur. And now Barrett Cootie 1 strike away as he gets that one in there. And this one's going to be served out into right. Couple of steps in, and Reese Cunningham will put it away for out number 3. So the Falcons strand the bases loaded for the 2nd time in the ballgame. Eagles lead it 8-2. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Division III Select Baseball Regional Playoffs on today's Country 105.7.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
Back to action here in Rosepine, where the Falcons have a new pitcher, and it is going to be Landon Caves. So he replaces Keegan Lyons. Lyons goes 5 innings. It's up 8 runs. So Caves in, and now Gavin Brown to third. I'll check who's at second, and ambushing the first one he sees is Devin Janice, but it's just foul over there down the third base line. Janice, not the place jumping his last at bat. 2-run home run. Eagles were looking for some insurance. He gave him that. As that one a good pitch there. 0-2 to Janice. He's in the third. Walked and came around to score on Barrett Cootie's 3-run homer, and then homered on one as that one hit into shallow left center, and what a catch out there in left. Lambert and his center fielder Boudreaux collide. Boudreaux kind of undercut him, not on purpose, but trying to avoid the contact, and able to hang on as Lambert. He flashes the glove up, and 1 out. Good play there by Lambert. Again, he had an adventure out there earlier, but he was able to get on his horse and make the play here. So 1 gone. And good start for Caves on the mound. Now Grayson Gardner will stand in. Popped up a bunt his first time up, and then a pretty good swing on it. Hit a liner to left in the fourth. So 0 for 2. Now he's going to ground it to third. And trying to anticipate the pick over there is Brown. Instead, he will have that one ricochet off the glove, and that'll be an E5. Grayson Gardner down at first. So 1 out base runner for the Eagles. Kind of falling down there, too, was Brown. But you could tell he was trying to anticipate that big hop. He was trying to pick it, got down with it, and had it ricochet off the glove. So the Eagles have one out base runner. And now they will have a courtesy runner for the catcher. As now, back to the top of the order with Barrett Cootie, who has homered, struck out, and has an infield single. And now here he is, fouling one back into the netting. He scored 2, and 1 on his own home run, and then came around to score back in the 5th on the Evan Pierce 2-run double. Again, I think just showing off the mental toughness there. Again, going through it on the mound, and one swing of the bat kind of flipped his mentals there, and he's been locked in ever since. Throw over to first, back in time safely. Again, Eagles looking to try to take game 1 here in the first of a best of 3. Try to get you that courtesy runner in a second. I can't find it's Reniger over there. As Cootie's going to serve this one out, a play down the right field line. 0-2. I have my roster somewhere, but if I were to pick up any of my papers, that thing is going to go flying. No balls, 2 strikes. Caves looks in, the righty. That one just above the letters. Rosepine fans wanting to see the show, trying to coax Caves into throwing him one in the sweet spot. Parker Reniger over there at first. I thought that was him. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cootie, and before he sees another pitch, back safely goes Reniger into first base. Cootie back in and awaiting the 1-2 from Caves. This one's going to be a ground to the third, and that one takes a big hop, ricochets to short, and there will be no play. So since moving over from second, Brown a couple of errors here in the inning. Again, that one, another big hop on that final one. But that one ricocheted off his glove and went to Garris at short. And no play, so after the line out, Caves kind of running into some trouble with no help from his teammates there. So 2 on after the out. And back-to-back E5s. Caden Zudak stands in. He was trying to lay down a bunt. And here he is again, and he'll pull back. He was trying to lay down a bunt an inning ago after Barrett Cootie reached on the infield single, but his was so good he beat out the throw. So he has a hit to his name today, and he also has grounded back to the pitcher and popped out to short. Stole a base and came in to score a run on the Pierce double. Again, he was on his horse, nearly caught Barrett touching home plate. The 1-0, this time it's going to be ripped through the third baseman, and that one is going to score 1. And now it gets away from Lambert out and left, and they will circle the carousel. 1 run already in, and here comes the second, and into third goes Caden Zudak, and the Eagles may have put the nail in the coffin as Zudak throws the grenade over to his dugout. The Eagles jump in. It's 10-2 here in the 6th. Again, a hard-hit single, and then the air out in left. Scores 2. And once that one got through Lambert, Barrett Cootie was picking them up and putting them down. So Reniger came in to score. Cootie scores. Zudak with the single. He ends up at third. And now Evan Pierce, who doubled his last time up, stands in. And a home run would send us home early. And he takes ball 1. And 10-2 Eagles. They have a runner at third. A little big swing. Evan was trying to do just that. Hit it out to the crew out in right center field under the pavilion. Comes up empty there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Eagles, 3 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the 5th, and now 2 here in the 6th, and have blown it open. This time Evan just gets under it. That is a moonshot out the right. Bess under it, and he lost it in the lights. So 1 run's going to score, and Evan Pierce down at second. Yeah, he was under it, but that thing was hit right up the chute. Just kept carrying him, and you could tell he's frustrated because he just kind of threw his hands up. He was out there, looked like he was in position, but he lost it. So another run in, and it's 11-2 Eagles. And that'll be scored, a double. Because, again, he didn't know where it was. So Evan Pierce, a couple of doubles, 3 RBIs now. And Brenham Cheney could send us home with 1 swing. It's 11-2. Now we'll call time, and that'll actually be an intentional walk. So they're going to put on Brenham Cheney. Old Hayes could win it here. So they give Brenham Cheney the intentional free pass. So Pierce down at second. There's 1 out. And Colt Hayes has a chance to send us home an inning early here. 11-2 Eagles. Hayes stands in. He has grounded out to short, reached on an E7, and came around to score, and then reached on the drop third strike, and now he's going to foul one out to the football bleachers for strike 1. Again, Devin Janice was the leadoff hitter in the inning. He lined out on 3 pitches to left for out number 1. Then it got really hairy out there for Landon Caves here in relief. An E5. Gardner reached, and then an E5 Barrett Cootie reached. Zudak with a hard hit single out into left that turned into a triple. That one might have just missed the zone. I don't know about that one. Cole Hayes is going to disagree, and I don't blame him because that one looked, if Caves can locate there, well, the Eagles won't get a hit the rest of the game. That was in a spot. Wouldn't be able to touch that one. And it was a single by Zudak. The E7 out in left scored the runs. And a double by Pierce that's out and right, lost in the lights. That one misses outside for ball 1. So again, Caves not getting a lot of help from his defense in this inning after getting the first out pretty easily. It's turned into an adventure, and the Eagles put the ball in play. Good things happen. They've done just that. And they could send us home an inning early with 1 swing at the bat. Caves looks at second, comes to the plate. That one's going to be popped up. Right now, it's still in over at third, and Brown's going to make the play for the second out. That one's kind of spun back near fair territory, even though the wind's kind of died down a little bit here. So Hayes pops out. He is 0 for 4. Some NFL news about the Vikings and the Eagles. I don't care about them. Saints have made another draft pick. Christian Miller from Georgia, defensive tackle. We may get some draft talk in tomorrow before the game. Me and Mr. Mike Holt. Again, the Saints take Jordan Tyson last night. Wide receiver out of Arizona State, who I called, if he stayed healthy last year, he was the second best receiver in college. As this one going to be served just foul over the third base bag by Dane Hayes. That one would have scored the winning run because it kind of nubbed off the bat, and that one would have been out there in no man's land. Dane Hayes grounded out to third back in the second, then a sac bunt in the fourth to manufacture a run. Got the job done in the fourth, and then the fifth lined out to third. Pretty hard hit ball there. So 0 for 2, again, helped manufacture one of those runs a few innings ago. And with 1 swing of the bat, he could send us home. Oh, tried to do just that. Come up empty there. And now 0-2. Winds still pushing some gray clouds in. Cave looks back the runner at second and comes to the plate. And this is going to be served into shallow left. Coming on and making the play is Lambert. Got on his horse, got a good read on it, and retired Dane Hayes for the third out. Eagles need 3 outs in the field to take game 1. They lead STA 11-2. We'll be right back.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Ready to hit the road with peace of mind? At McKee Agency, we make auto insurance easy and affordable. Whether it's a daily commute or a cross-country adventure, our comprehensive coverage has you covered. Get personalized plans and excellent customer service tailored to your needs at McKee Agency. Why wait? Call McKee Agency today at 337-238-2832 for a fast, free quote. McKee Agency, keeping you on the road with confidence.
Move to the top of the 7th inning here at Rosepine, and the Eagles comfortably out front 11-2, and they will send Devin Janice to the mound for the final 3 outs. Devin Janice relieves Barrett Cootie. And Barrett, again, if you had to sum up his day on the mound, it was a mixed bag indeed. But once they got the lead, he was lights out. Again, you could kind of see it change in his body language. He kind of been fighting his mechanics, just searching for it. But then he was able to kind of grind it down and right the ship. So his day ends after 6 innings. It'll be Devin Janice to try to get the final 3 outs here. So Janice in. Try to get you the defensive adjustments. Looks like Cootie's going to go to short. Colton Gio over at third. So Colton Gio getting some run here. And Janice fires in ball 1 to Luke Pegler, the catcher. And this time he's going to drive one into center, and that's going to get down in front of Cheney. As actually that wasn't Pegler. That was a pinch hitter. So a lot of moving parts here. That was Broxton McCrory, so he didn't waste no time. So he was batting in Pegler's spot, and he drives one right back up the box. And we will have another pinch hitter in the spot for Gavin Ledoux, and that'll be Abram Hall. And Hall takes ball 1. So again, Gio over at third. Barrett Cootie goes to short. Janice on the mound, flips a breaking ball in there. That one fouled back into the screen. So a lot of moving parts here. Eagles defensively, again, other than that change, still the same. Kind of musical chairs around the left side of the infield. 1-1 to Hall. And pinch hitting for Ledoux, first baseman. That one in the dirt, and down to second goes McCrory. Again, the scorebook was looking pretty good. Now I got to make all kinds of notations in there. It's 11-2 Eagles looking for 3 outs to take game 1 of this best-of-3 series. And Janice out of the zone with that one way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. I'm sorry, 3 balls and a strike. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 11. And if you're a Rosepine fan, hopefully that's all we're here for. That one's going to miss high, and that'll be a walk. So a single and then a walk by a couple of guys pinch hitting. And now we'll have another one as Cam Gamgee will be replaced. And it'll be Rhett Fuggerino, the stand-in. And he is hitting for Gamgee. And again, I did not need help with that name because I remember that one from when the Lady Falcons came to Rosepine and played in the basketball playoffs. So it'll be McCrory, Hall, and Fuggerino getting some hacks here in the 7th, trying to mount this comeback. And they're off to a good start. Fuggerino drives one into center field over the head of Hayes, and around third comes McCrory to score. He beats the throw. Now they'll get the runner in a rundown. That's Hall. Back and forth we go. It'll be Gio back to Cootie. Cootie will chase him down and tag him out. He got him. He chased him all the way to the bag. And instead of flipping it to third to Evan Pierce or Hayes, Barracuda just outran Hall, and that's an interesting out. But a run does come in to score as McCrory touches the plate. It's 11-3. Again, we talked about it. Now, in heads-up base running there by Figueroa as he gets the single, and then he ends up on second after the rundown. But he put a good piece of the barrel on it. He squared it up. So Hall got in the rundown over there. He was out number one. There he is, one out. And now we have a new hitter. I'll just have to keep the roster open. That's going to be Gabe Musso. Musso hits, and he drives one into shallow right, but on his horse is Cunningham. He makes the play. We're out number two. So one more out is all the Eagles need. Take a 1-0 series lead, and now it'll be Caden Lee. Another pinch hitter, so Coach Nunez emptying his bench here. As he relieves Lambert. Lambert had a good day at the plate. Janice fires in one just missing above the zone. Yeah, Lambert reached all three times. Honestly, he might have wanted to get another hack in. But it'll be Caden Lee to stand in with two gone here in the seventh. That one misses. Back-to-back balls here. Down at second is Figueroa. Got another pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. Hopefully we won't have to ride him in. Janice trying to get one more out. Give the Eagles a 1-0 lead in the series. Oh, that one just missed. 3-0 now. (11-3). Falcons do get a run here in the inning. That stops a run of 11 straight by the Eagles. And Janice misfires on that one, a 4-pitch walk. So he's having to labor here a little bit in the seventh. So now we'll have another pinch hitter, and first pitch hacking is Murphy Messer, and he comes up empty there. And now quickly down 0-2 as Janice fires one in at the belt. So the Falcons down to their final strike here in game one. Messer back in. Janice ready to fire. And that one misses way upstairs for ball one. And the Eagles trailed 2-0. They answered with 11 straight. Scoring runs in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And Janice misses that one out of the zone upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth, 3 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth. 11-3 they lead. Looking for one more strike. Ooh, nearly got it there. That one gets out of the glove of Gardner. That one might have got a piece of him as well. So he'll have a little bit of time to regroup. Nice move there by the umpire to go out and give Janice the ball while Grayson regathers his composure here. But again, Eagles 1 strike away from taking a 1-0 series lead in this best of 3 in game 2 tomorrow at 11 a.m. Right here on today's Country 105.7. Again, the Eagles will be the road team in that one. Looking for one more strike here tonight. They'll be in the driver's seat for tomorrow. Janice to the plate. Swing and a miss. He goes upstairs. Messer chases. And the Eagles take game 1, 11-3 over St. Thomas Aquinas. As, again, they trailed 2-0 early. And 11 unanswered. Got them in control of this one. The two teams will meet right there near the mound, shake hands. Tell them we'll see you tomorrow and all that good stuff. But again, Rosepine takes game one over St. Thomas Aquinas 11-3. We'll take a quick break, come back, put a bow on this one. Eagles lead the series 1-0.
Keel Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. Keel Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's Keel Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, located at 18364 Johnny B. Hall Memorial Parkway in Rosepine, is a proud sponsor of the Rosepine Eagles. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center is cheering you on and supporting you all the way through your quest for a state championship. Rosepine Retirement and Rehabilitation Center, a proud supporter of Eagles athletics. Go Eagles!
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Craft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Back here in Rosepine, where the Eagles take game one of the best of three in the Division III Select Regional Round. They defeat St. Thomas Aquinas 11-3 here in game one. Again, STA drew first blood, going up 2-0. That was back in the second inning. The Eagles score 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth to take command of this one and win game one. Again, Rosepine 11 runs on 7 hits. No errors in the field. That's a key. Again, pitching and defense needed to be sharp defensively. They were. Only left 4 runners on base. Again, just a couple of hits early, but then they really started to stack them up there in the late stages of the game. STA 3 runs on 6 hits. They left 12 on base. I think that'll be a topic of discussion as we preview game 2 tomorrow morning. 4 errors in the field. Again, kind of unraveled late defensively. That led to some add-on runs by the Eagles. But again, the winning pitcher, Barrett Cootie, talk about it. It was a mixed bag early, but once he made that mental reset at the plate on that 3-run home run, you could tell it was a different animal on the mound as he locked in and took control of this one. He gets the win. Keegan Lyons, the loss in this one, and he pitched well in the first round of the playoffs, but takes the loss here. He looked good through 2 innings, but the Eagles found the chink in the armor and able to get after him. Game took 1 hour and 59 minutes. And again, the Eagles take game 1 of this best of 3. Game 2 tomorrow right here on Today's Country, 105.7 at 11 a.m. If there is a game 3, it'll be at 2 o'clock or 30 minutes following game 2. Again, Eagles get home runs from Barrett Cootie and Devin Janice. Evan Pierce, a couple of RBI doubles, and they win it 11-3 to take game 1. Again, congratulations to the Hicks Lady Pirates. They punched their ticket to Sulphur on the softball side of things. Anacoco Lady Indians take on Zawali tomorrow at noon. You'll be able to hear that one on 93.5 KJAE with Will Norris and Mr. Green. Lady Indians looking to get back to the semifinals as well, so we can have another team down there in Sulphur next week. But for here, we're done from Rosepine in game 1. For Mike Holt back in studio, I'm Sean Larken. Thank you for listening. We will see you tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. In Eagles lead the series 1-0.
KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk, Today's Country 105.7.